So my name is Wayne Branson. I'm CEO of Branham Group, and you're here for the 24th edition launching of the Branham300, which is the most comprehensive database on the top 250 Canadian companies, 25 foreign multinationals, and our selection for 25 up-and-comers, many of which are here. We at Branham Group are so proud of this list. Canada, it has a great industry, a great information communication technology industry. And when I first started out in this industry, and I tell the story every year because I just want people to listen, and that is, I started with a firm called Cognos, which at the time was Canada's leading independent software company, and they were acquired by IBM, and they're now the DNA for Watson, they really are. But when I worked for Cognos, I was amazed at how many of us were encouraged to say we were American as opposed to Canadian, because back then we had an inferiority complex about our technology, right? I'm going to tell you now, I had an interview with an interesting journalist yesterday, and he asked me what has changed. What's changed, by the way, is we no longer have that inferiority complex. We don't have it in spades, and we have an industry at 250 companies that generate 54% of the entire sector revenue, which is very impressive. The total revenue generated by the ICT sector in 2014 was $169 billion, right? And the 250 companies in Canada represent 54 to 55% of the total marketplace, by the way, in Canada. I wanted to share that with you. It was another record year. Last year we did 96.1. This is the cumulative revenue of the top 250 companies. We're 105, almost 10% growth going forward. That's excellent growth rate, ladies and gentlemen. It's about quadruple our gross domestic product. That's excellent. That is a telling sign that our ICT industry is very, very healthy. We've got good caliber companies. In terms of by provinces, by the way, this sometimes is upsetting for somebody from BC and other provinces, but Ontario has the lion's share of the 250. It's 147. So when I tell people that Toronto is the capital city of Canada's technology sector, it is. But I'm also telling you there are absolutely great companies in Vancouver, Calgary, Halifax, Montreal, Ottawa, right? Everybody feels proud about those companies, but the bulk of them are in Ontario going forward. Second is British Columbia. Another record year for the top 250, 96.2 revenue, 0.1 revenue in 2015, 105.3 in this year, 9.6% growth, which is tremendous.
Today I would tell you a story about Ukrainian ICT industry. This is not just a story. It is a success story for the country, for our people, for the energy, and actually this story changed the life of a lot of people that are here. This story also changed the life of the country, and this story will have more and more successes in the future. What we have now, we have macroeconomic stability, substantial restored. We have a tremendous reform going on, and the economy has bottomed up. So all this creates a lot of opportunities, and currently we are open and ready for business. Ukraine has a highly developed IT sector now. We are first in CE in terms of number of IT professionals and growing fast. We have doubled, we are going to be doubled in 2020. We have large number of IT specialists, resulted in 1,000 plus IT service company, helping top Fortune 500 companies to grow their value.
It's an honor to be here with some of the top Canadian ICT companies, and you've listed the top 250, et cetera. But the federal government's really mindful of the fact that in fact there are 37,000 ICT companies in Canada supporting 600,000 jobs in this country. Those jobs pay well above the average, and so this is something that the federal government is really committed to, in particular the innovation agenda that featured so prominently in the last budget. All of you who are doing business abroad, if you're looking at expanding your market beyond the Canadian market, I would like you to think about being in touch with our embassies, consulates, and high commissions around the world and the trade teams there. The Trade Commissioner Service, their advice is free. They can provide you with qualified business contacts. They can help sometimes to get you out of business problems abroad. They can make introductions to senior government officials and put you in touch with senior business contacts abroad. The service is free, so please do be in touch with them.
At SoftServe, as was already mentioned, there's plenty of different competencies that we're experts in and that we continue to develop expertise in. One of the unique features of the Ukrainian communities are that they are early adopters of technology. So whenever you hear anything that has to do with innovation, you can be assured that somewhere, somehow, the Ukrainian community is already involved.
And because it's summer outside right now, we've got some little bit of sun finally. Every one of you are going to get some of these little Ray-Ban sunglasses that I want you to take away that'll remind you of the Branham300 and start catching those things out. Let's go. Thank you so much.